And we should be live.
Hey guys. So, what is it we have here today, Wally?
Well, I mean, you're the one who pulled it up. It's the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Iceberg. I'm not sure what. Specifically, the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Trivia Iceberg version 2.0 from some random Reddit thread, I'm sure. I'm not sure what the differences are between all of them.
I can find person when the stream is done. I'll let you know who it is, and then, yeah.
Yeah, we can always try linking it in the video description.
So first up, getting right into it. Star Platinum is Jonathan. I believe this theory.
Honestly, I think it might be more of like a design coincidence, but it definitely is a cool theory.
Well, there's a really strong case to support this. Mainly, I've seen clips from part 1 recently when watching JoJo Fact videos the other night. And there is a scene in part 1 where I forget who Jonathan's fighting, but he ends up doing like the aura punches without saying aura. And he's shown to do that a few times in Phantom Blood. I think it was against the Queen's Guard. I think it was those two he used it on.
Well, I'm looking for music to put in the background.
Until you get that. I'm just eating my dinner as you do. Skipping parts.
We're gonna play All-Star Battle music.
Okay. So skipping parts, from what I
feel like,
remember.
alright, so speaking of skipping parts, I feel like maybe we should skip entries that seem self-apparent or that people know about.
I agree.
Such as Speedwagon is best waifu, no contest. Like, literally everybody knows that one anyway.
That's just facts, bro. That's not an argument. Your opinion's wrong if you say no.
I got a boner. Hold on. No, not that. I got a boner in quotes.
Don't go that far. Don't get.
Is the line from.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're skipping.
Giorno's theme.
Giorno's theme, I don't know why that's on here as like a statement. It is honestly like one of my favorite JoJo tracks, but
just because it has like
the
piano solo. Honestly, I like Jotaro's theme, or even Crazy Diamond.
Kira's is good too. I like Kira's.
The like little, not bagpipes, but like woodwinds.
It starts with like an electric boop, boop. Like it's like simple. Like it makes you believe the illusion of he's just a normal guy living a normal life. And I really like that. Stone free is Kakyoin. What is stone free? For those that haven't gotten that far.
Hold on, I gotta look this up.
You're the researcher because I'm in full screen.
Yeah, hold on. No, shit. I pulled up like some weird medical stuff without realizing it. Whatever. Alright, so Stone Free is
medical records.
No, not medical records, just some like weird tablets called Stone Free for some reason. Anyways, Stone Free is Jolene's stand from part 6. Oh, it's saying like Stone Free is Hierophant Green, pretty much.
It's not trying to say like it's like the.
I think it's trying to be like a troll theory based off of the Star Platinum as Jonathan, since like Kakyoin died.
Right. Spoilers, by the way, in case anyone hasn't seen that part yet. Then again, everyone in JoJo is dead.
I feel like if we're gonna be reviewing this, we're gonna have there's gonna have to be spoilers. But like, all right, so I think another reason they have to support it is that like Stonefree is wearing sunglasses, or at least in this image. Another thing, actually, yeah, to revisit the point about like Star Platinum being Jonathan. One thing to note about like the manga for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is that like Jotaro and even Star Platinum had like different designs as Araki was drawing him in the jail cell.
Mm-hmm.
And like it eventually evolved into like one solid design that they used for all the anime to like maintain consistency. Reading the manga for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is definitely there's definitely it's like a very good adaptation because like they don't miss much, but reading the manga is definitely better sometimes just because of like the framing devices they use, and you get to see the rougher cuts for like character designs, and you get to see the artwork fleshed out better.
So I'm going to group two of these together. What is Jolene.png and Fans Spoiling Part 6?
Ooh. I feel like Jolene.png is that one image. That's probably going to be my guess. Is it's that one image of like Jolene bent over naked from the anime.
Oh, the one. Okay, the one that you told me is kind of fucked up.
The one you sent me specifically is fucked up just because like it was just like Josuke with his mouth gaping open from trying to pull Aqua necklace out of his mouth with the fucking glove, but they placed Jolene bent over naked in front of his mouth anyway. I had like a better meme anyways, which was Jolene as Gyro's horse from Steel Ball Run. And like the two prison guards looking at her and fucking bend over full moon were like enemy stand users.
So what's Fan Spoiling Part 6?
Fan Spoiling Part 6? Oh yeah, it's because like it's really easy to do because everybody wants to know like what the hell exactly happened between Part 6 and Part 7 where everything seems like drastically different out of nowhere. And it's the fact that like some weird convoluted stuff happens throughout Part 6 with Poochie's plan. Hold on, god damn it. Why are people knocking on my door?
Let me get water as you do that real quick.
Oh, welcome back to the stream. Anyways, so Poochie does some like weird convoluted bullshit that ends up... People will end up describing it as like, oh yeah, Poochie reset the universe and that's why everything in Part 7 is different. When in reality, like, it's a bit more complicated than that. But yeah. That's why it becomes so easy for fans to start spoiling Part 6. Is because whenever people want to give like a general synopsis, they pretty much have to say like, what the hell did Poochie do in Part 6 for it to be so different. One of these just says read the manga. I mean, yeah, I think I ended up just describing that one already. Shizuka Joestar. I think that's the Stan baby. Baby
I've
Stan.
come back.
The invisible
What are you
baby.
talking
I'm just going over
Oh,
some of the loose entries.
about? On the top, right?
Yeah, we're still on the top.
Okay. Why don't you tell the audience what Jota Kujo is?
Jota Kujo. I don't know. I think it
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Okay. You're the one that told me about it.
Am I? Hold on, I can't remember.
Yeah, what the fuck? You want me to say it? Jota Kujo is the, I believe, non-canon.
Yeah, I don't think I told
baby
you about that.
Yes, you did. It was the non-canon baby of Jotaro and Kakyoin. You told me Kakyoin lays an egg, and that's where that meme, did you lay this egg, Kakyoin, comes from.
I did not tell you that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You told me the other day. This is a Mandela effect or some shit. Oh my god.
It must be, because I don't remember anything about eggs. I don't remember Kakyoin laying an egg. I remember Koichi lays an egg.
Okay. Look up Jota Kujo.
I looked up Jota Kujo, yeah, and it seems, yeah, like more of a fan OC. It looks like a mix-up design between Kakyoin and Jotaro.
That's what it is. It's like the fusion child.
I was gonna guess that. Yeah, hold on. I have something pulled up here. Jota Kujo, the primary character featured exclusively in the non-canon JoJo's Bizarre Married Life Dojinshi. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I told you about that.
Yeah, I thought you did. Must have been somebody else then.
Either that, or you're trying to like gaslight me, or you're pulling
No,
like
no,
an
I think it
elaborate
was somebody
troll
else, now
here
that I
to
think
try
about
to
it.
make me like disown telling you about Dojinshis.
No, I'm saying I probably confused you with somebody else who told me about that.
And I'm surprised you remained as insistent as you did after I told you 3 different times that, like, yeah, I didn't tell you about this. So you must.
It's
my only other assumption is that you're trying to troll the shit on me. And I'm like, no way. There's no way like it's this elaborate.
It's called the Brando effect. Called the Brando effect.
Is that on this iceberg? I'm too lazy to check.
No,
Next
I just
entry.
made it up.
Diavolo's deaths. One thing I heard is that like, since part 5 takes place around like 2001 or something, which I'm not sure how true that is.
It is.
Yeah.
Part 5. I haven't finished.
Oh,
part
I'm
5,
I'm
but
thinking of like part 6 takes place in like 2006 or 7 or something.
no, it's actually 2011.
For part 5?
Part 6 is
Or
no
6?
for part 6. Part
12?
6 is 10 years after part 5. Because part 5 only takes place within a few weeks of 2001.
9? Alright, anyway, Diavolo's deaths. I heard since it takes place in 2001, one of Diavolo's deaths would have had to have been one of the victims in the September 11th attacks, which is bullshit.
What? Where did this come from?
I don't know. I like vaguely remember seeing some like trolled headcanon assumption of that from.
That does sound
like
bullshit. Why would he
meme.
ever be anywhere near the States?
I guess he just like teleported around a bunch from like never realizing his death. I don't know. I take it like he dies enough times in one area, they just destiny moves him somewhere else.
That sounds really forced.
Yeah, it really is. Josuke's savior was himself from the future. All right, I feel like this one was debunked.
Yeah, I read something somewhere about Araki saying It was just a random delinquent that like. It was a random delinquent in town that liked to help people.
Yeah, I think I've heard like similar cases where people in interviews will be like, so when were you going to tie back like Jotaro or Josuke traveling back into the time? When does Josuke travel back to save himself as a baby? It's like, wait, what? No, that's not what happened. It's just some random kid.
He's like, what did you watch?
What anime did you watch? As he's writing like
that. This is a side note, but like, when this one streamer was streaming all of part 3, like all JoJo parts 24/7, when they got to the end of part 3 and they showed like Polnareff going off and saying goodbye, Josuke has been saved, and I think that might be on this iceberg, like that sentence, but yeah, the whole curse
it
thing,
reminds
right?
me of what was Holly being like, Mama, wake up. Oh, sweetie, are you alright? No, I'm in a terrible dub.
Wait,
anyway.
Is that what it says in the English dub?
No,
like she's like, Mama, wake up.
In the OVA, Joel was watching the OVA, and he said that. Anne is
Araki
Jolene's mom.
age.
Araki doesn't age. Yeah, because like in all his early photos from like, remember when we saw what was it? John's special escapade?
Yeah.
By Hirohiko Archie. They had a little picture of him at the beginning. And he pretty much looks almost the same age as he does now. For how long he's been around.
Really?
But, yeah, I guess.
Okay, I say like there's 2 more things in Reddit user we can cover before we go to casual. And that is, first one is Jesus was a JoJo. So his angelic. That's not a spoiler. That's on Reddit user. It's not a spoiler for part 7, even though Jesus is in part 7. From what I understand, Jesus is, and you can translate the angelicness to Joshua, and his Hebrew name was Joseph, so his name on Earth would be Joshua Joseph, Jojo. So in canon, he would have been the first Jojo.
Duang is like
that had powers.
Joel
I was gonna more focus
Duang.
on the.
All right, who's speaking first?
Oh, is that what Duang is?
Yeah, it's like a terrible.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a terrible scan translation by like these people who. I think these people who are Chinese tried to do like a Japanese to English translation, and they thought they did it for like a college project, and they thought like, yeah, we're pretty proud of ourselves.
Oh yeah, Joel. I remember watching recently. Joel read a few pages of part 4 of the Duang dub.
What do you mean recently? This is like a forever ago meme.
Yeah, I found a video. It was on his Clips channel. The one with the purple vine shrimp. But
Anne is Jolene's mom. Isn't Anne like the girl they rescued from part 3?
Yeah, Anne's the girl from part 3 that tags along with the adventure until like around the time they get to Egypt. I think she's like 8 or 9 years old, and Jotaro's like 15, even though that's easy to forget. So like 10 years later, I mean, I guess it's plausible, but I think that would be bordering some strange legal lines, depending on how old Jolene was in 1999.
Or 2007, whenever, or 2011, whenever Stone Ocean takes place.
That too, yeah.
Wait, yeah, because between like part 3 and 4, didn't they say like, oh, I haven't used it in like 20 years or 10 years or something?
So it's based on, that's when they start retconning timestamps and how long time has passed. Because part 3 was like 1987 originally, so like part 4 was supposed to be 13 years later. But then they retconned it to be 1989, so it was 10 years ago. I think we hit you. I think I like went through this whole thing with you once off stream before. I hate when they do that. It's not really consistent, but like
Jojo Roblox community. I'm not sure what it looks like, but I know like you can program a lot of cool stuff in Roblox. So like having stand abilities in Roblox would definitely sounds fun, I guess. Either that or it's like completely cancer. There's no in between.
I think we should cover Jotaro is autistic before we move on.
I don't believe he is.
No, I don't think so either. I think he's just reserved.
He's just playing like the quiet tough guy, and I think like the like younger modern audience we have now doesn't realize what that is, because like a lot of Araki was like personally talking about in like interviews how like Jotaro and the gang were based off of like Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. That's down on the next list. We might as well talk about Clint Eastwood now that you mentioned it.
It is?
Yeah, it's on Casual Reader.
Your stream, even though it's like a solid image, it does this thing where it's like, hold on, I need to refresh, and then like it does pixel jank for half a second.
I'm not moving anything.
That's exactly it. It's just Discord being like, it's like Discord exhales.
It's allergy season for Discord.
I guess. Fucking.
Yeah. What's the whole Clint Eastwood thing with Jojo?
Where do you see Clint Eastwood? Because like you pick the most random spots to find entries.
It's right here.
Oh, it's right here, literally in the middle of the bottom. Like, are you not reading from like the top?
No, listen,
to right?
listen. Wally, calm down. I was only bringing this up because you said Clint Eastwood, and I saw Clint Eastwood on the list, and I figured it'd be a perfect segue to immediately start talking about this entry.
All right, fine. It's just weird to me, like, whenever we review Iceberg, sometimes you do this thing where, like, you read the entries vertically, even though most of the time they're not aligned vertically, and it's easier to, like, for me at least, to read them from, like, top right to...
All right.
Or, yeah, top left to the right. It messes with my brain, that's all.
All right, fine. We won't do that one then. We'll start with pizza mozzarella.
Isn't that
from what I remember, it's a meme from Steel Ball Run that Gyro views randomly. It's pizza mozzarella.
I still haven't finished, or I don't think I've gotten I think I've only gotten like halfway through part 7 probably, because like it was telling me like a while ago, I think almost a month ago, about like, oh, part 7 starts using like these weird emojis.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything like that. What's the arc I am on in Steel Ball Run? Right now, I'm on the Stone Ball Run. Right now, I'm on the arc with like the tree that like cycles people out through it, where it's like, oh, you have to use everything that the tree gives you for being honest, otherwise you end up being turned into one of the fruits of the tree. I
have no idea what you're talking about because I'm not on that. Part 7. I'm almost done part 5 right now. Which, by the way, I'm loving.
Yeah. I'm still lukewarm to part 5. But
I heard most people are. A buddy of mine that I recently got in touch with, that I used to be best buds with for years, I told him I was watching Jojo, and he asked me what my favorite part was, and I told him Battle Tendency. And he said, you'll probably really like Golden Wind then. And he was right. I thought he'd be wrong about that, but he was right. His favorite part, I think, is Diamond is Unbreakable, which is an interesting choice, but I understand I understand the
Honestly, you know
decision.
what? After a while, it becomes one of those things where it's like you can't really pick favorites. You kind of just have to appreciate each part for like what it's able to offer in terms of evolving the storytelling that Araki does.
I find that Diamond is Unbreakable is when I had that thought because I really liked Battle Tendency, and then I really liked Stardust Crusaders up until the
Battle in
drawn
Egypt.
out battle in Egypt. I felt like Battle in Egypt did not need to be the end, like the middle half of the season, like the halfway point. That should have been the second. That should have been the beginning of the final third of the show. But it wasn't. That's around the time I stopped liking part 3 as much, and I felt like the ending was just, I don't know, it was dragged out too long,
Eyes of Heaven is
and
a
it didn't.
video
It
game.
felt like our time was wasted. Eyes of Heaven is a game I want to play.
Isn't it that like
It's
third
like a
person
co-op
combat
fighter.
one? Yeah.
Yeah, you can relate it to like Dragon Ball Xenoverse or Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but for JoJo,
I think you
and
said
it's like a co-op arcade fighter.
you said that during like the translation scans stream. I remember because I was watching it earlier today to try to get time codes. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It still kind of seems weird for me to like try and play. I'd stick to like the arcade game or like the Mugen remake or the new All Star Battle R that's going to be coming out soon. Uh, as of this video or stream, whatever.
Clamp in Wonderland.
I feel like
What's
that's something
Clamp?
from part 8.
Let me do a quick search on my phone for that. Okay, so it's the first thing that comes up. Clamp in Wonderland is a series of music videos produced by Clamp, a creative team made by Iragashi and Okinawa. Short films feature characters from a group's entire canon of work. And it says people who also ask the question, what anime is Jota Kujo from? What is Kakyoin's egg? Like that's all. That's the related
Yeah, I think this
questions.
is where Joe Takujo is, so I think it's kind of a redundant entry. I love
It's
coconuts.
Wait, hold on. There's more about this. What the fuck? Oh, it's the event that is known for popularizing the dojin that Jota Kujo is in. JoJo's Bizarre Married Life. It's the event that got that popular.
What is I love coconuts?
If you don't know, then it's probably
It's probably like a part 7 or
part
8
6 to
reference.
8. Yeah, I'd go as far as to say maybe 6 because 6 is like still newer a bit.
Tropical, kind of, because Florida. Except it's more the swampy parts of Florida. Dead
I
Man's
love coconuts.
Questions. That's like a
Oh,
spin-off.
it's from. Oh, wait! I love coconuts. Is from part 3. It's when Yellow Temperance takes the form of Kakyoin, and like he eats the bug, and like the girl catches him eating the bug, and he's like, "Yes, I love coconuts," because he tries to hide the bug that he's eating. All right, what's Dead Man's Questions?
Dead Man, I think it's like a spin-off manga that shows what happened to like Kira after he got pulled into the ghost dimension by all the hands.
Oh yeah, you were telling me when we were watching it together that doesn't he end up becoming like a detective in hell or
Yeah,
something?
he has to go to like a subway train, and he keeps constantly forgetting who he is, or how he died, or what he did to deserve
That's
this.
that's scary.
I'm not sure if it's
Um,
considered canon though.
Thus spoke Kishibe Rohan. I know what that is. That I actually only recently discovered what that is, and by recently I mean like an hour ago. So Wally knows I'm trying to collect all the English hardbacks of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've got almost all of them up to now. And the bookstore website that sells them to me also sells the series Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan, and it is apparently a bunch of short stories involving Rohan. I think the OVA for Rohan is based off those short stories.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm not entirely sure though. Maybe. I haven't seen the Rohan OVA. I'm actually saving that for when I'm finished part 5 because I feel like that's something that happens during part 5 or after. I just get like that, I just have a feeling.
Joseph
But
Swakman. All right, so
I actually found out about this today too.
I'm not sure
Unless you
why
want to
it's.
explain it.
All right, so I'm not sure what's so special about it that it needs to be on here, other than like, yeah, you see him using a Walkman, but I think it's
So
like the
it's
amount
not
of times that like they tried to like omit the fact that he's listening to the Beatles or something. I guess they were like
every
dancing around
time
copyright.
Joseph uses a Walkman, it's at the end of a part he's featured in. So he uses it at the end of part 2 during the teaser for when they try to like be like, oh yeah, just get ready for Stardust Crusaders when he's old and he's like at the airport. They use it at the end of part 3 when he's on the airplane when he sees Jotaro looking at the picture they all took. And then he uses it at the end of part 4 when he gets his wallet stolen by his son. And in every instance that he's listening to his Walkman, it's always the same song by the Beatles. I don't remember the name of the song.
It's Get Back.
I just know that it's the same. Get Back, yeah.
Get back. Get back.
He's always listening to that song.
Get back to where you once belong.
All right. Deadly Queen. That is the Japanese name. Well, no, the English translated name for
The localization name
Killer
to
Queen.
avoid copyright, yeah.
Yeah, but like the Japanese dub still says Killer Queen.
Yeah, it's always weird when you.
I refuse.
When,
No, sorry, you finish your thing.
it's always weird reading like the subs, because like they still say the names of the things. During like we were watching the plane episode of part 5, and Jonah was like notorious big, and it says Chase.
But like yeah, Notorious Chase.
Notorious Chase is still a pretty good name, just because like it like tells you what the stand does. Because like
it's a scary stand.
it's like you have to like have something moving faster relative to it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll motherfucking get you. Winter catfish are docile. I don't know what.
Oh, you missed one.
We already know what I refuse is. It's literally just a meme line.
It's Rohan, I think, like telling Josuke when they're gambling with the alien dice.
No, I thought it was.
That's
No, it's like the beginning of the Highway Star arc, where it's like Rohan notices a weird room somewhere that features Kira doing something.
Wait, no. It might be the guy on his back. The episode where like he tricks the enemy stand into going into the ghost hallway and turning around.
No,
where
I'm
he's
pretty
like,
sure
"Come
it's
on,
the
just
start
like
of the
burn
Highway
the photos." Research it. This is the only way. This is the only way we're gonna find out. I swear, I remember. I'm starting to remember that episode where I feel like it's the stand. He's like, "Come on, burn the pictures." He's like, "I refuse," and then like
maybe it's used multiple
he
times.
tries to call.
And I'm just forgetting, but like the meme image, the GIF that everyone uses, I know is from the Highwayman Star arc.
I'm looking this up. What episode did he say it in? Episode 28. Was episode 28. It's the dice game, yeah. It's the dice game. I was right. The first time. Wait, he says it twice. No, you're right. We're both right. He says it both the episode. He says it at the dice game and on the Highway Star arc.
Like it's a part 3 villain.
What do you mean I'm a part 3 villain? Elaborate. You have to elaborate on that now. I don't understand.
Sometimes it's like, I tell you, like, no, dude, it was the Highwayman Star arc, and then, like, you're like, what's his name? You're like Mr. Gambler, man, being like, alright, I'm going to call now. You just tap out, I'm gonna reveal. And it's like, and then poor Lincoln's like, no, I can't do it. If I admit to Wally I was wrong, Dio's going to rate.
I just looked it up. We were both right.
Dio's going to get my ass.
Let's go, God.
I'm gonna do it.
Dio will kill me. Dio will kill me. I can't say I lose. Oh no. Winter catfish are docile. That sounds like a part 4 line.
This sounds like something from like part. No, I don't know. Hold on. This sounds like something we've reviewed before.
While you look into that one, I'm gonna look up what that second one is before we discuss it. Oh, okay. Alright, did you find anything for Winter Catfish or Docile?
I found... Alright, so I found something on Shitpost Crusaders. I don't think this explains it, but I think it might be something from Part 7.
Hmm. So, Rohan at the Loverl is it's a book.
Oh yeah, I think it's like an art book where like
as Rohan, a young Japanese manga artist, is drawing, he meets a mysterious, beautiful woman who tells him about a cursed 200-year-old painting. And I think that's the farthest in Rohan's timeline, because from what I understand, he hasn't left that place. From what I'm looking at, his questions are like, is he still there? And this is supposed to happen. Oh wait, no, this happens in 1989. This would happen. He would have been 10 years old, I think. Wait, let me see. He presents himself to the reader, describing his occupation as a mangaka. And then he asks the question, have you ever seen the blackest color in all of the world? To which is linked with an involving disappearance of 4 people at the Laverl. And then it's pretty much just like, I think it's Rohan's early life before he goes to Morio. I don't know. This is... Yeah, his companions are still disappearing.
One thing I want to say, there's this one painting that I heard about once that's like, I think it's like a painting of like, I can't tell if it's like a Baroque painting or like a Renaissance painting, but it's like a painting of like a vagina or like a woman's spread legs, and it's called The End of the World or something like that. And I can't find it anywhere.
Oh.
It's one of those things where it's like you search it on a search engine and it just doesn't want to work with you anymore.
Oh, you know that Rohan OVA that I mentioned briefly?
Yeah.
One of the questions relating to the book that we were just talking about is the Rohan OVA canon? And they say it's canon as in the Jojo series, but it is in a parallel universe similar to 7 and 8. So it sounds like the Rohan OVA takes place in the Steel Ball Run timeline, maybe? Or its own timeline. but it's not connected to parts 1 to 6. Which
All right.
is interesting to think about.
Where were we? All right, Stone Free smells like soap. No, wait, Weekly Shonen Jump.
Weekly Shonen Jump is just like a weekly. It's just like
like a weekly magazine subscription. What do you need to describe about that?
Stone Free smells like soap. Stone Free is Jolene's stand, right?
Yeah, this must be like something from part 6. I forget, because like Stone Free, or yeah, Stone Ocean was the first one I fully read on my own, just because like the animes hadn't started yet. Yeah, but
side note, everyone's arguing that like no, it is canon. Araki had said so. Never mind that comment. The Rohan OVA is in the 1 to 6 timeline.
All right. Post office scene in part 2.
This one I vaguely remember. It is in the manga, I think, but it's not in the anime. There is a scene right after Suzy Q was like, oh yeah, like when Suzy Q was possessed by Edesi, and they sent the package with the red stone in it. There's supposed to be a scene where Joseph and Caesar go to the post office and demand they don't send that package, but it's like by the time they get there, they already sent it. Tenmei Kakyoin. Is Tenmei his first name?
His
all
right. Kakyo, yeah, I think. Wait, yeah. Tenmei was originally supposed to be his name, but then like the publishers messed something up, and then, because like one of the interview quotes was like, "Oh yeah, I wrote the story with Tenmei, but then like the publishers ended up sending Kakyoin on the journey with the Stardust Crusaders instead." Something like that. No, Kakyoin's his last name.
Yeah, Kakyoin's his last name. They call each other by their last names in anime. Usually, that's why. Well, in anime too. That's why they say, instead of saying Jean Paul, they say Polnareff, because Jean Paul is his first name. Even in the video games, like Eyes of Heaven, when you pick Polnareff, it says his name is Jean Paul, but they don't call him Jean Paul.
I think in an All-Star Battle, the original one, not the remake. I'm not sure about the remake coming out, but like I know they call him like Eiffel or something. They don't call him Polnareff.
Eiffel.
Yeah, like Eiffel Tower.
Sound.
Speaking
Man.
of All-Star Battle, or Sound Man.
We have 2 more before then. Yeah, Sound Man and Diesel.
These might just be like obscure stands. Now this is a proper iceberg, because this reminds me like the Super Mario 64 iceberg where, like, oh yeah, everybody knows like the top section, kind of, but then like
the minute you get to the second section, you're like, okay, what the hell is this?
Yeah, you immediately like start finding like most of these to be missing. Sandman. I think they replaced him with Soundman for like a. So Sandman in Part 7 is pretty much Koichi.
Oh, but he used to be known as Soundman?
Actually, that would be an interesting thought. Is Sandman is like a Native American character in Part 7. He doesn't run the race with a horse. He runs it by foot, using like a technique he learned from the white man. That's how they that's how they describe it in the manga. I was reading it, and it's like he decides to escape his tribe because like they figured out he was like dabbling in the white man's business or whatever. Instead of like honoring the tribe or something, and so he starts running away from them, and he starts running faster than a horse, using like this like weird running technique that does not make sense.
Does it have to be used spin?
No, he doesn't use his stand to do it, but like he uses this weird running technique that doesn't sound like it makes much sense in terms of like actual physics. And as he's running away, like one of the other tribesmen is like, "That's the white man's running technique." It's amazing. So, but his stand ability is. Hold on, what is his stand? His stand in a silent way. So his ability is. Yeah, it's pretty much similar to Reverb, where it like uses sound effects to attack you.
What about Diesel?
Yeah, let me look it up.
While you do that, our All-Star Battle, we mentioned a few times, is a JoJo fighting game that is being remastered for PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox. I'm gonna kick Wally's ass in it.
In the remake, yeah. It's kind of similar to like the modern Mortal Kombat games for any arcade fighter, but alright, so Diesel.
I would say it looks more like Tekken.
Or yeah, Tekken makes sense too. Diesel is an American comic book by Joe Welchgens. This looks like a spin-off. The was really published in Paris in April. The only chapter released of Diesel is an adaptation of the Stardust Crusader story arc, The Fool, Iggy, and Godgeb and Duel. Which was featured in episode 8 of the OVA, which was released first in Japan. The comic opens up at a mansion where the lead character, Thomas Tom Diesel, uses his stand Meta Hammer to break into a room where Mr. Botha is waiting for him.
So it's a spin-off of JoJo, made by an American.
Yeah, it seems to be like a spin-off story that adds like an extra character behind the scenes. I'm guessing before Pet Shop? Because like...
It would have to be, because after the defeat of Pet Shop, they immediately attack Dio's mansion.
Yeah.
Interesting. So there's an American stand user named Diesel, pretty much. Thomas Diesel.
Hold on, we got some cool images here. Check out the stream. Look at this motherfucker. That is a fucking...
Can't.
Oh. Well, I mean, all right.
Send it to me on Discord. I'll see it in like my phone.
All right. Yeah, this is really cool. It kind of looks like what if JoJo stands, but like the like superhero comic book aesthetic.
Oh, what the hell? That's kind of cool.
It's like the Hulk is a stand or something.
I was just gonna say, his stand is Hulk. Alright, next up is Kamikaze Duga.
Alright, from a few of these images, it kind of looks similar to like... His stand looks similar to... Yeah, it's pretty much just like Americanized comic book Marvel style JoJo, which is cool. We'll have to like check that out on our own at some point. Anyways, what's the next one?
Kamikaze Duga. He's a film producer. He's made the only movie he's done is Batman Ninja, but his profile picture when you search him is Joseph Joestar from Part 2.
I guess he's a
Like,
JoJo
like if you
fan.
look him. Well, no, when you look him up on Google, that's what Google says he looks like.
Oh, so it's a glitch or something?
I don't know. Although he's been working on the anime.
Hold on, I just thought of something.
He's a producer.
I just realized I've been using like a background images. Alright, so instead of you screen sharing, I'm just going to like pull up the Iceberg in better quality on OBS.
Okay, that's probably a better idea.
I don't know why it took me this long to think about it, and now I'm not going to be able to find it. Hold on.
I can just send it to you.
No, I already have it saved. I just gotta like remember what it looks like from a thumbnail view. Otherwise, I'll end up pulling up like a completely unrelated Iceberg.
Oh. I'm gonna stop sharing now.
I can sort these by date.
So while you're looking at that, Jojonium interviews. What is Jojonium?
Jojonium.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Alright, so Jojonium interviews.
Oh yeah, I think it's
They
like
act as small biographies. Oh, it's basically Araki's biographies and character outline of every character, and he has 17 volumes. The following characters are who he has them written for: Jonathan, Baron Zappelli, Dio, Brando specifically, Joseph, Lisa, Caesar, Cars, Jotaro, Old Man Joseph, Pole Horse, Enya the Hag, Kakyoin, Avidal, Darby, Iggy, Polnareff, and Part 3 Dio. That's what Jojonium is. Requiem arrows. I believe I'm about to find out what those are in Part 5, because I just saw Polnareff in the wheelchair. He's being like, "This is the most important thing."
I don't think Requiem arrows are actually a thing. I think, like, any stand arrow can give you, like, a Requiem stand if you're worthy of it. But, like, people like to speculate because of... People like to speculate that there have been moments where, like, a stand arrow is more likely to, like, kill you rather than give you Requiem stand just because... I don't know.
Just because of how rare it is?
Yeah, because of how rare it is and because of how, like, dubiously they handle a lot of things.
Jojo Menon. It is a book by Araki. This magazine is about Araki meeting Clint Eastwood, the creation of Rohan X Gucci, and many more. That's what... Okay. It was to commemorate JoJo's 25th anniversary.
Nope, not that one. Sorry, I'm picking backgrounds again. I have one background. Yes, here it is. Now
There's
I
one
have...
thing here that I just found. I just found this rabbit hole, by the way. Araki ironically predicted 9/11 when he was writing a chapter for Stardust Crusaders.
Nope. I know what that is. That's bullshit. It's literally like you're literally gonna hate this as much when I tell you, because it's literally from the fucking what's Kanima, not Kanima, but what's the other, Toto, the comic book guy kid. There's literally like a scene where it's like in the comic book or the future predictive manga that kid's reading, there's a scene with like an airplane with a smiley face flying over like 2 buildings. That's it.
Wait, I'm reading this thing It says one of this villain in the series has a book with the ability. So you're right on that. One of the predictions is a man dying on a pole. When the prediction is shown a few pages later, that says the man who died has a shirt with the numbers 911, and in the background there's a plane with a face on it. I don't think that's what he meant.
What if the real 9/11 conspiracy is they wanted to cover up some like weird change of policy with like the emergency contact number for the U.S.? So that's why they plan the date to be that. Because it's like, it's always fucking weird when people try to tie like 9/11 conspiracies to like the appearance of it, and it just so happens to also be like, because it's literally in that example, it's the fucking like paramedics wearing like shirts that say like dial 911 in an emergency, because that's like the emergency service number. So
Yeah.
like, what's the conspiracy? It just so happens to match the date that like that shit happened.
Yeah. So in this, there's an image here of Araki and Clint Eastwood, and here's a brief dialogue between the two. So Araki says, "I'd like to give a brief explanation of the drawing I brought you today. His name is Jotaro, and this is the dog. His name is Iggy." And Clint Eastwood says, "Why did you name the guy Jotaro?" And he says, "This is a generational thing where I put Joe in front of the name of each main character." Clint Eastwood, "I see, that makes sense." Araki, "Jotaro and Iggy have supernatural abilities. Jotaro is capable of high-speed movements, but doesn't move and talk much himself. And those characteristics were influenced by you, Mr. Eastwood. And since I came from Japan to give you this drawing, I decided to draw Mount Fuji in the background." Clint Eastwood says, "Wow, that's wonderful. So Jotaro and Iggy, huh?" Araki says, "Items that feature drawings of Mount Fuji are typically considered to be very lucky. I'd be very happy if you would accept this as a gift." And Clint Eastwood says, "Thank you. Some guys I used to play golf with back in the day would always tell me it's better to have luck than skill." And then he laughs. This was October 2012.
This sounds very translated.
And there's even a picture. Yeah, there's even a picture here from the magazine where this interview was conducted in, of Clint Eastwood posing like Jotaro
yeah.
from the cover. Like,
can you post it?
yeah, I'll send it here. Oh, that's the wrong message. Wrong DM. There we go.
Oh.
Like, he loves it. He loves it.
For
Like,
some
why else would
reason,
you agree to do
I
that?
expected him to be dressed up like the cowboy. I didn't think it would literally be him in like a.
He's posing.
This is like a part 8 drawing.
That's
Iggy looks so. I just saw Iggy there. This image looks nothing like what I thought it would be when you described it.
Well, this, like I said, this was 2012, so I think that was around the time Jojolian was being created for the first time.
Yeah, you're right.
Or like, so Araki's art style evolved towards the Jojolian art style.
Alright, first mention of like Bow or whatever on the Iceberg. We gotta look into like
It's coming up. It's coming up.
yeah, I saw it on there. But we gotta
Killer women.
we gotta look at like the differences art style between them.
Pillar women.
I imagine it's either like Rule 63 art or, well, I mean, like, yeah, there must have been women in that species.
there were, because they wouldn't have been able to continue their race otherwise. Somebody here drew a Pillar Woman fan art, and they said, before anyone else goes around asking, this is not a gender-bent version of Wamu. This is a drawing of a character featured in the anime during a flashback segment. And I'll send it to you right here.
My next guess was that... Yeah, I don't think I can show that on screen.
Probably
but my next guess was that there were like flashback moments from part 2 that I remember you showing me. It's weird that like part 2 is like one of the best parts, but like a lot of what happens in part 2 is kind of hard to remember.
It's forgotten.
Other than the Wamu fight.
Like they never bring up part 2 ever again, really. Part 2 has no relevance to the story going forward after part 3, and the only reason it has part 3 relevance is because Joseph is in it. And that kind of pisses me off. That like part 2 doesn't get the love it deserves. I would probably ask if I could ever meet Araki. That would be what I ask him.
Just add like one more nod to like part 2 somewhere. Be like, all right, tell us if like the Pillar Men are somewhere in like the new universe. How do they function?
Yeah, like I would have asked him why he didn't. I would have first asked him why was part 2 not really notable after Stardust Crusaders. Why were the events not notable? Because it seemed like a pretty big deal. And
I think just because like he found like his new candy, which was standability.
Yeah, and my next question would be kind of 2 questions. It would be, are the Pillar Men somehow involved in the Steel Ball Run continuity? And if so, is Cars at the End of Battle Tendency like floating around somehow in the Steel Ball Run timeline from like time and space shenanigans?
That's gonna be what like ties Jojo lands into like the old universe. Is like there's gonna be a statue that crashes onto Earth, and it's going to be the statue of Cars. It's literally just gonna be like a different version of Earth. And that's what ties the aliens and shit back into it, man. It all makes sense.
It's real. What's next? SAS figures. What is SAS in JoJo acronyms? Not Steel Ball Run.
I don't think it's a part. I think anything involving anime and figures, I immediately think of hot glue videos.
Oh, it's Super Action Statue.
Yeah.
They made a few of them. They have part 1 to 8 figures, and then they even have Bao as a figure.
We seriously need to read Bao sometime.
For part 8, they only have Josuke part 8 in soft and wet. I'm excited to get the part 8 after what you told me. Like, I never got the appeal just based on what it looks like, but then when you told me it's about one family and a curse, like, that interested me.
I'm not sure if it was about one family, but like I thought you were the guy who found that out. Like I just knew it was about like a family curse. Because that's why Josuke has 4 balls. Because Josuke is like technically 2 people somehow.
I just clicked onto like JoJolian right now, and so this is the synopsis for it. The story begins in 2011, so it's an alternate universe Stone Ocean, pretty much.
Or part 4.
Well, like it takes place. It would take place during Stone Ocean. It follows Josuke Hikakashita. I completely butchered it. A young man afflicted by retrograde amnesia in his search to uncover his identity in Morio Town, a coastal Japanese town affected by the Tohoku earthquake. However, his digging pulls him and his adoptive family into the unfinished business between his previous life and his impending inhuman threat.
The difference between retrograde and anterograde amnesia is that with retrograde amnesia, you lose old memories. With anterograde amnesia, you can't form new memories.
Speaking of this, Morio Tourist.
I imagine it's like a magazine Araki wrote, with like Rohan's like guiding you around the town, giving you smart ass remarks the whole time. You could probably make a meme out of it, be like POV Morio Tourist.
It might have been... Oh, I know what it's referencing. It's referencing those moments in part 4 where, like, the transitions where they bring up the old landmarks. So, like, when an event happens...
Like Angelo Rock or Boing Peak.
Angelo Rock. Yeah. Yeah, like, the transitions to the next scene after, like, their reveal.
Oh wait, I think I know what you're talking about. Isn't there like one guy in the anime who's like, oh, I could have swore I saw a woman bounce off that rock or something.
Well, it's different people, but like it's referring to the narrator talking about the
different landmarks, or at least how like other people eventually saw them and labeled them.
Manga in theory and practice.
That's a video by, actually, I think it's a book written by Araki talking about how he writes his manga, pretty much. It has details listing out how he writes characters. I think I have a copy of his character sheet somewhere. Or you can find him online. Like, a version of his character sheet that's been translated. But I also have, like, edits I've made.
Bow the Visitor. So now we're talking about Bow for the first time.
Alright, I think Bow the Visitor might be referring to maybe DLC for All-Star Battle.
Yeah, it's that character you were telling me is, like...
It looks more like Cars to me, where you were like, oh, it looks more like Star Platinum.
Yeah. And they call him the Visitor. Like, he's not canon to JoJo, but he's featured as, like, a special guest for All-Star Battle. Or maybe he is canon to JoJo. Who knows, like, what position he holds. Maybe Cars, when he crashes in JoJo lands, becomes Bow the Visitor.
That would be a fucking twist, although I read, like, 10 pages of Bow, and then I was like, alright, no story, and I left. Hold on, alright, Bow the Visitor is a manga written in... I think Bow is just like an alien, or maybe like a person with alien powers that leads into like the inspiration for stand ability at some point, but I think it's just the full title of Bow.
Sold out.
Aw, man. Well, there's always, I'm not going to mention any websites, but there's always alternatives to reading Bow.
What is sold out?
Oh wait, that's on the Iceberg? I thought you were like looking up where to purchase it.
No. Sold out from the JoJo's Bizarre Encyclopedia. It was a Japanese hip-hop band that were active from 1999 to 2014. The trio consisted of 3 members, Diggy Mo, Bro High, and Shinosuke. The group recorded Voodoo Kingdom, the theme song for Phantom Blood, the animated film. Yeah, so they worked on the movie of Phantom Blood's theme song.
I think the Phantom Blood movie is like Lost Media or something.
Primo Mafioso.
That's definitely something
That
from
sounds like
Part
Part
5.
5.
I think that's just another meme
Sounds like
line. I want to become a primo mafioso.
That sounds That sounds like something he said in like episode 2.
Yeah. Or like
Oh
Gangstar.
wait, no, this. Vento Aro in English is the fusion of gangster and star, but Giorno Giovanna is Italian, so he wouldn't say it in English. That's why he says he wants to be a gang star.
Yeah.
I see now it's primo mafioso, but we Italians don't say that. It would be Stella del Criminale, or Crimin, or Stella de Gang.
Giorno in part
So
6.
it's like, it's an incorrect translation. That's what it is. It's supposed to be primo mafioso, but he says gang star. So Giorno in part 6. I don't know if it was you I was talking about this with, but Araki thought about including Giorno in part 6 to meet Pucci, but he decided that it was more important for Giorno to continue doing what he was doing at the end of part 5.
That'd be interesting if like we got like a prologue chapter where Giorno kind of played the role of Koichi, like Koichi was in part 5.
I hate Koichi in part 5.
He's just a little snot.
Yeah, like he's borderline. Like I like him in part 4, but towards the end, he's like, I stopped liking him as much, and then part 5 just makes me hate him. And like I don't like his like. Now when I hear his voice, I'm just like, when he's super excited and all that, I'm just like, ugh. Female Anasui. Female Anasui?
Anasui is a character from part 6 where there's like a bunch of theories where it's like the first time Anasui was drawn, he was drawn like a woman, but there was apparently the reason he was drawn so feminine or drawn like a woman was apparently that was his disguise to get into the prison, since like it's an all-female prison.
Right.
But
I guess that would make sense.
Some fans had this theory that like since Anasui ends up having a crush on Jolene, saying like he wants to marry her and stuff when all of this is over. Fans had this theory that like the publishers made Araki change it so that there wouldn't be any like homo stuff, even though part 5 literally got all of that with men. Apparently we can't have it with women, but I don't think that was real.
Yeah, a lot of the part 5 stuff is just it's just like fan interpretation. But like then again, the PS2 cutscene of when Mista and Giorno are caught, the guy that voiced Mista in the PS2 game he's voiced by a male yaoi hentai voice actor, and he voices it in a way where it's like Mista's definitely enjoying it. You want to pull that up real quick, just so?
No, I'm good.
No, no. Okay, I'll show you after them. The next
you already
one
showed me.
Josuke 4 Coma. Now I looked into this while you were talking, but I can't find anything really about it. He's just listed as a minor character. I don't really know what this is.
There's just a character called Josuke 4 Coma or something.
Yeah, it's like Josuke Part 4, but he's in the thing called... Oh wait, what is this? Josuke's manga debut was Jump Multi-World 4 Coma. He is visually the same as the original stand user of Crazy Diamond. He spots two students who have just ended their friendship. He proclaims that he'll fix the broken friendship with Crazy Diamond. He pauses and realizes that not even Crazy Diamond can heal people's hearts, and that he had forgotten about this. So he also states he forgot he can't bring back the dead either, as both students were killed by Crazy Diamond's punch barrage. He walks away from the scene expressing that his kindness had worked against him at this moment. At the end of the comic, a side note states that he's not the same character as the one shown in Jojo, and that he'll never be seen again. So it's an alternate reality Josuke Part 4 that's like, I can fix your friendship, guys. Oh wait, I forgot I can't do that. Oops, I accidentally killed you both. Oh well. That's it.
That's fucking...
That's it.
That would be a hard lesson to learn. It's like, oh yeah, what is the extent of what Crazy Diamond can fix? Let me punch these two friends who are fighting and see if it fixes their friendship. And then it doesn't, and then they're just left punched. Because like they didn't fix anything.
They're dead though. Apparently he killed them.
This is cool. Apparently the fandom wiki for JoJo gives you color schemes.
Oh, Kira's coworker.
Kira's coworker.
The only person I can think of is like the guy that got his phone stolen by Josuke.
That could be a good theory, but I was thinking like there's that one scene in the Bites the Dust fight where Kira has to call his boss, but I'm not sure that's...
Oh wait, no. Kira's coworker is a meme in Japan. What is this?
For some reason you said that, and I thought like... oh yeah, just a top and bottom text meme with like Japanese text. But like...
Oh, it's referring to that guy that's like... hey Kira, like... why are you covered in blood, bro? Like, from The Office, like because he's seen like saying hi and bye to him, and there's a bunch of in Japan. There's a lot of fan art of like them being best buddies and hanging out when they're not at work, or like apparently that's the kind of meme he is. Oh God, Chris Chan is trending. What did he do this time?
Kira's coworker is an unnamed tertiary character featured in the fourth part of the Jojo.
Apparently, like, there's a Know Your Meme page for him. It's called Kira's Coworker. Not even the artist knew why he drew him. And that's it. That's all it is. Lost Phantom Blood movie. You were mentioning this earlier. Phantom Blood's movie is Lost Media?
That's pretty much all I know about it. I think it was like an OVA.
Part 4 drama CDs.
Yeah, I think the drama CDs were pretty much like audio read-along CDs that you could play while you were reading along with the manga, and they have like sound effects and stuff included.
Yeah, there's a few here. There's a ghost story from Budogaka High, After School Talk, and then that's After School Talk, a cafe duo Megats. There's like 3 of them. Or no, there's 2 of them. Yeah, there's 2 of them. They came out a few years ago.
Diamond is not Crash.
Diamond is not Crash? It is... There is this one time where Diamond almost crashed. According to this. I got... Okay, that's fan art, but... Oh! The original... The translation of the Japanese name of Diamond is Unbreakable is actually Diamond Does Not Crash. They changed the name itself for the English translation. At least I believe that's what it's referring to. Wait, Diamond Does Not Crash posters for sale? Excuse me? Yeah, it's all just Diamond is Unbreakable stuff. It's... I think that's what the translation is. There's a meme. Diamond Does Not Crash meme. Oh, it might be the name of the Duwang dub that you were talking about. Because the first thing that comes up when you search meme next to it is Duwang.
I wonder if I should include my webcam in here.
That's up to you if you want.
I mean, I'm just bumbling around my desk right now.
Localized names, we covered that one. Nendoroids?
Nendoroids.
What's that one?
I want to make sure I spell this right, because like I don't want to like look something weird up on stream and then have it be
Nendo.
What are Nendoroids? Are cute chibi-styled figures around 10 centimeters size.
I guess there's Jojo ones out there. Alright, that's cool. Fugo was originally a spy working for the boss.
Yeah.
I think you were telling me this. Fugo's supposed to be killed by Giorno after that's revealed, but in the anime, I heard recently the reason that didn't happen in the anime is because when Araki was writing and designing it, he was going through a depressive phase in his life. So he instead kept him alive and just had him not betray the boss in the end.
Muda.swf. That's a shockwave file, which is like the thing you download when you want to like replay Flash animations offline. I imagine.
It's a 4-minute explanation of it.
What?
There's like a video that's like a 4-minute explanation of what it is. There's also, I think it might just be sound effects of Dio.
I was gonna guess it was like a hentai loop or a GIF.
Muda.swf, but the sound effects are taken from the English dub. What is this? Is this an animation?
You're watching
it's
it now?
It's a Flash game. It's a Flash game.
Well, yeah.
It's an old Flash game of like stick figures using Jojo moves. Bow OVA. Yeah, it's called Jojo Wins.
It took me a moment. Joe Stars. Hold on. Yeah, there exists a Bow OVA.
No.
Single episode OVA.
That's what the OVA is, isn't it not?
Well, I mean, the Stardust Crusaders OVA was like a full season. Except I think they cut out Battle in Egypt, or shortened it down to what you were saying.
Sorry, I'm just installing a mod for Spider-Man. Do you want to read the next one?
Kenshiro Tribute Art.
Kenshiro Tribute... Why does that name sound familiar? Is that a Berserk artist?
Oh. Kenshiro is a Fist of the North Star.
Oh.
Spaceship NFT art gallery. Ew.
Wait, is that real?
That was just something that popped up in my search results. Terrible Hot Topic merch. Alright, I have to see. You know what's getting extra spooky is, like, right now, I know I'm, like, in the middle of streaming while we're, like, looking up various things. And, like, I've been paranoid because, like, I don't know if, like, I'm gonna look up something and there's gonna be, like, a titty pop-up somewhere or whatever. But, like, now that I've started, like, warming up to, like, alright, I'm gonna stop, like, disappearing the display in OBS every time I search something before showing it. Like, I'm just gonna be typing stuff out. Yeah. It's not gonna be that bad, but, like... Now my keyboard is starting to do ghost keys.
Your keyboard is a stand.
No, like, ghost keys are like when you press... Like it. Ghost keys are like when you... Alright, so anyways, ghost keys on a keyboard are like when you press, like... When, like, the electrical impulses in your keyboard get mixed up and then it, like, sends a different signal. Which is, like, really rare, because, like, most keyboards are supposed to prevent it. But, like, for some reason it ended up opening up one of the battle videos when I tried typing out the Kenshiro Tribute Art thing in the search box, and then, like, the E didn't get typed out. Fuck.
Maybe if you did that thing where, like, you smash your keyboard, you'd be like, guys, look, I'm not doing this.
No.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa. That's just a room reference. I think that's just...
Yeah, alright, so I'm looking at some of the merch from Hot Topic. Oh my god. Yeah, a lot of this is, like, really bad. A lot of these only use, like, 2 or 3 colors. There's a body pillow with me stuff.
Okay, let me look at this. Official... I have one of these shirts. I have the Stardust Crusaders one, the one that makes Avadol look white. I have that one.
I don't think I'm seeing it on
instead
here.
Instead of having Iggy, they have... Yeah, it's if you go to the Hot Topic after searching them, it's like the 8th option. It's like...
Are you on Google or something?
Avadol looks white. No, I'm on the Hot Topic website.
Oh, like, Hot Topic.
Yeah, I have this shirt that I'm looking at specifically. They make Avadol look white. And, like, instead of Iggy being on the shirt, it's Dio. It's like Shadow Dio.
Oh, wait, I think I see it.
Yeah. I guarantee...
I mean, you can tell Avdol...
in that picture.
I don't want to open this motherfucking can of worms that, like, people have been coming out with, but yeah. I see the shirt you're talking about. I can still tell Avdol is, like, supposed to be a darker skin color. But yeah, like, I guess right, I could tell he's like lighter than normal. The only reason I'm saying it like this is because, like, I know this is the type of thing where it's like nowadays people on Twitter will, like, go on a tirade, open up Photoshop, take, like, the fucking paint, or the paint bucket tool, And they'll, like, use the solid brown color and be like, there, I fixed your fucking image. Make sure you get the fucking race colors right, you fucking racist.
And while he has choked on his own saliva, he has now turned into the disabled kid from the Keyboard Warrior. It's not a real movie or show. I just
Stop being racist! Stop it! I don't like it when the black people are looking lighter colored.
Rods
Stop attacking me!
Rods aren't real.
Oh yeah, this is a part 6 thing.
Rods aren't real? What is it? Skyfish's Bizarre Adventure is the first thing to come up. I'm not even... You want to explain it? Because I don't understand it.
In part 6, there's a stand user who's, like, with Poochie. There's, like, one part where they're on a plane, but, like, the plane itself is, like, some weird pocket dimension, so they can't leave the plane. But, like, while they're on the plane, they're getting attacked by, like, these invisible rod thingies. Which, like... It's one of those moments when you're, like, reading partway through part 6, and you're like, yeah, they've completely taken off all the hinges at this point. They've pulled out all the stops.
Gorgeous Irene. I don't recall anyone named Irene. Oh, it's a book by Araki.
The Rods, also known as Skyfish, are a group of tertiary characters featured in the 6th part of the Sky High story arc. They are a mysterious species that absorb body heat under the influence of Rikiel's stand, Sky High. They are led into battle against Jolene Cujo. Yeah.
Ripple is fouler than frog's piss. What the... Is that part 7?
Ripple is fouler than frog's piss.
Yeah.
That sounds like something Gyro Zeppeli would say, but like I don't know.
Alright, time to look this up.
Well, you're looking that up. Feng Shui, isn't that the poison seller?
I can't find anything about it.
Shit. Fist of the North Star, yeah, that's like an apocalyptic anime.
Feng Shui, sometimes called Chinese geomancy, is an ancient Chinese traditional practice which claims to use energy forces to harmonize individuals with their surrounding environment. Is this where maybe this is where they got the idea for Hama?
Yeah, probably.
Feng Shui. Sadeo Kujo. That would be Jotaro's father? Right?
I thought...
Or is that...
Sadeo Kujo. Yeah, I think that would be Jotaro's father. But who was Shizuka Joestar? Wasn't that the...
Oh, that's later, but that's the last. It's in Heaven Ascended, but...
No, it's up here in this Reddit user. Shizuka Joestar. Wasn't that the Invisible Baby?
Yeah, there's 2 listings of her. There's one in Heaven Ascended and one in Reddit user. Shizuka Joestar is the Invisible Baby. She's the only member of the Joestar family that doesn't have the birthmark. And from what I hear, a lot of that draws her has her give herself like a tattoo of the birthmark.
What about Lisa? She was kind of the same thing because she ended up being the baby.
She doesn't. Well, she doesn't necessarily have the birthmark, but she was raised by Haman users. So she became a master of it at a very young age.
Quran controversy. We're now on to average fan.
Quarian. That's Quarian controversy. That'd be Muhammad religion, and not Muhammad Abdul. Like,
Quarian, no, like your friend Muhammad, who's in like a family.
yes.
I'm pretty sure it's Quran.
Quran?
Yeah. Quarian? Like a quarry is like a place where they dig out rocks.
Not quarry. Koichi cut from Geo PS2. It would make sense that he was supposed to be in it, but he doesn't really do any kind of fighting of note in Part 5, so it's understandable why he wouldn't be in it, but it also would make sense if he was like a secret character that you can unlock. Be like, oh yeah, unlock Koichi, you know? But then again, unlock Koichi. You know what I mean?
It's like that one meme of like, who's that one guy from... Who's the one Breaking Bad meme where it's like happy face, like depraved face?
Oh, that's Hank.
Hank.
Yeah. It's like Koichi's a secret
Unlocking
character,
Koichi.
the
Unlocking
happy
Koichi.
Yeah. That's exact.
Quran controversy, I think in like the OVA for Stardust Crusaders, like Dio is portrayed as like a character who's like really deep and insightful and philosophical, introspective, or at least he's supposed to be. So they show him reading a lot of books. That's even why he's like reading books in the anime of like Phantom Blood.
Doesn't he read different Bibles?
Yeah, that's what he's doing. They're trying to show him as like being an insightful person, so he's trying to gain different views on the world by like reading different religious texts. And that's why he's shown reading the Quran. But like, I guess some people just like somewhat were like uncomfortable or like slightly miffed with him depicting reading it because he's a villain.
How could Dio do such a thing? Araki, how could you let Dio get away with this? Why didn't you tell him to stop?
ALS Ice Bucket Challenge?
I did not even know there was an ALS Ice Bucket Challenge video for Jojo. We already talked about the Rohan. Made Dio and Jotaro cover? Huh? Them in maid outfits? The fuck?
I don't know if I want to look that one up.
Lucky Land Communications. That would be...
that's the publishing company that publishes JoJo.
Yeah. That sounds very familiar.
And also, I think it's brought up in name a few times in the manga.
Why is
different
that
locations.
Down here? Three-legged Giorno. I guess that's like a misprint in the anime or like in the manga.
Again, I'm not sure if like I get a euphemism, but like you never know. Look at this.
Is that a wait? I didn't even realize that could have been a dick joke.
Hold on.
Giorno has 3 legs. Remember in part 8 when Kira had 3 arms?
Oh wait. It's like one image I see.
There's this one image. It's Trish like pulling her skirt up a bit in front of Giorno. Oh wait, I see it! I see it! It's like attached to his other leg.
It's good. It's like he has a third heel sticking out the back of his right leg.
Paralympic Tokyo 2020 poster. What is Jojo on there? Oh, Araki made a poster for the Olympics. Araki hides JoJo references in the Paralympics Games poster. It has Little Bomber, the stand user. There was a whole thing about this. I'll send you the poster. Never mind, I can't. It's too powerful.
Oh yeah. There's Diego.
Yeah, one of them looks like Dio though. On the thing on the left.
Looks closer to Diego.
Jotaro and Dio in Mamma Mia 2. No way.
I'm pretty sure I've heard of this one. There's like an episode of... No, wait. Mamma Mia was a movie.
Yeah.
It was like
Mamma
it was like
Mia.
one of those movies. It's like what is it called? It's like a jukebox musical.
Mamma Mia, I believe that, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the first one was about a woman who, it's like her mom is getting married, but then she finds out like her biological dad isn't her real dad and it could be one of these three other guys. Or
Yeah,
no, like something like that. And the sequel was like the same thing happens to her daughter.
I don't know. I was like forever ago young when I saw that movie. But I know it had like a bunch of ABBA songs in it.
So in the sequel, there's a scene in Tokyo where right underneath it is a JoJo ad. I wouldn't expect that I had to contain myself in a packed theater. Worth the watch for that 1.5 seconds of JoJo.
Imagine, it's like, you're taking her out for a date, you know, you're trying to get to the pussy as fast as possible, right? And it's like, the movie's not too bad for a chick flick.
Then they throw Jotaro and Dio at you, and you lose all chance of getting straight pussy.
And it's like, dun 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 dun. You just hear it in your head, and you're like, And then she's like, babe, what's wrong? And the movie seems to be upsetting you, and you have to be like, Ura! I fucking uppercut her in the jaw.
Part 3 novel. Yes. Okay, I'm starting to want to skip a few of these. I'm at that... Because a lot of these just seem like, oh yeah, this is a thing. And this is a thing. Like, I want to see the stuff that's like...
You're trying to find, like, the weird fan
like
theories.
The juicy shit. Like, a few of these, like, Funtime Freddy voicing Diavolo, or like, fucking George Joestar the First missing from Steel Ball Run's family tree. Like, shit like that is what I'm looking for.
Did you just scroll all the way down to the bottom?
No, I'm looking at other parts of Average Fan. Like, I'm just bringing up... Like, the voice actor for Mario voices Wilson Phillips in Part 3. Or, like, Waldo is in Part 3.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw something about that from, like, a Hamon Beat thumbnail somewhere.
This one, Kira was abused by his mother. Trish's nibble. What the fuck? Wait, Shoamoto received death threats for the Jolene spin-off.
Oh yeah, there's Waldo getting run over by Dio in the car.
Is that real?
Yeah. He's like flying through the air, reading like a yellow book.
What else do we got here? It's another thing worth mentioning here. Okay, I think that what the fuck, Funtime Freddy voicing Diavolo makes me scratch my head.
Famicom Jump to... Well, Jono was originally supposed to be a Goro.
Yeah, the guy that plays Funtime Freddy in Five Nights at Freddy's sister location is the English voice actor for Diavolo.
Whole Horse was
Part
meant
5.
to join the team. Yeah, I know that one. Hold on. Alright, where do you see Funtime Freddy on the Iceberg?
It's the same
Oh wait,
level.
I saw it.
Yeah. I'm gonna share my screen so you can share this part. I'm gonna... So it's 14 clicks, yeah.
It's not gonna play.
I don't know. PC's slowing. It's chugging a lot.
What you witnessed and felt was your future self laid bare. Simply put, your past self saw a future version.
Go get him!
That's the same guy.
What you witnessed and felt
You can kind of hear it.
Hold on, can you play it one more time? I had to, like, pause the music.
Yeah.
What you witnessed and felt was your future self laid bare. Simply put, your past self saw a future version.
Go get him!
What you witnessed and felt
He has
your
range.
future
Like,
self.
that guy's got range.
One thing I heard when, like, you're, like, making a resume as a voice actor or something, or making a cover letter or whatever, is, a lot of times people are looking more for, like, emotional range at first, rather than, like, how many wacky voices can you pull off.
Yeah, and that guy he definitely has voice range. Like, goddamn. Like, he's able to do a ranged animatronic, and he's able to do Diavolo, and they sound completely different. If nobody told me that, or if I didn't read that and look into it, I would not have believed somebody if they said that before. Like, I would not believe you have told me that. I would have thought you're fucking with me. Alright, hardcore fan territory. What's in here that you believe is notable? Because I see one right here. I want to know. Jennifer Lopez in Part 7. You know who Jennifer Lopez is, right?
She was in South Park.
She's a singer.
Yeah. Hold on, there's one here just labeled Mugen, an average fan, which, like, I have that game. I could play a round of it real quick.
Oh, wait. Yeah, the whole Jennifer Lopez in Part 7, it's her nickname. So, Zappelli, Julius Caesar Zappelli, his nickname is J-Lo, which is Jennifer Lopez's nickname. That's the connection.
Women's fashion magazine references.
Man, if you could, like, and not get copyright stricken, I would ask you to play Freaking You in the background, but that would get us in trouble. Let's see.
A Cruel
Araki-
Angel's Thesis and Fighting Gold were made by the same composer. The Cruel Angel's Thesis is the OP for Evangelion.
And Fighting Gold is the OP for Golden Wind.
Yeah.
Unused Ogre Street stage in Eyes of Heaven. Venus gave Rocky a boner.
Venus?
Yeah.
Is that a reference to... Are we... Is it... Alright, so we're saying, like, Kira being like, oh, the Mona Lisa gave me a boner, was a secret confession from Araki.
I think so. The only thing I could find about this is Araki said that a female body wrapped in silk is hot. Kakulin's debut in the manga looks similar to the Venus painting. He also described Kakulin as appearing to be effeminate. Yeah, it totally was. Oh yeah, right here. Araki and Taku are talking, and Taku's like, there are some similarities between you and Kira, aren't there? And he says, yes, I suppose so. What are they? Tell me. Let's not. Did the Mona Lisa give you an erection, Araki? That was just a gag. Come on, let's be honest. Well, there is this one thing. My own experience of nudity is quite similar to his, though instead of a photo, I'm really into Western paintings like the nude depiction of the goddess Venus. So you like that type of, to the point of getting an erection. When I saw it as a kid, I thought, so this is what a woman looks like naked. You could say I was greatly influenced by goddesses and the like. So Western paintings give you an erection. Yes, the silhouette of a female body wrapped in silk really gets me going. Oh, so it really does get you going, does it, Rocky? that was August 11th.
Araki made Whole Horse quit smoking.
Listen, man,
Hard Cobra.
you gotta stop smoking. It's gonna kill you, Whole Horse. It's gonna kill you before I let you die.
That's interesting to think about. I wonder... I remember him smoking in the anime, right? But, like, the next time we see him with, like, the manga kid, he's not smoking.
I think that's only in the manga. I don't think he smokes in the anime.
I'm pretty sure he's had, like, a few scenes with, like, either a toothpick, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yoshikage Kira in One Piece. SBS.
No, wait, because in the anime, he literally, like, flicks a cigarette at
I thought that was a
Polnareff to
toothpick.
distract him.
Wasn't that a toothpick?
No, it was a cigarette because, like... Whatever. What was your next shot free?
Kira in One Piece. SBS.
We don't talk about One Piece.
Alright then. Avidul's backstory would have been too dark for WXK. Weekly Shonen Jump. They don't really go into Avidul's backstory too much. The furthest they go is like he's a fortune teller that ran into Dio and he barely escaped.
Yeah, pretty much the same story as Kakyoin, except Kakyoin got motherfucking got by the Flesh Blood.
Yeah. RAH figures.
I imagine those are more posable action figures. Hiroshi.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the real 4D experience.
Oh yeah, dude, we're going to the theater. We're gonna get fucking uppercut in the jaw by fucking Star Platinum in real time.
Lisa's puffy nipples. I'm pretty sure.
Make sure you bend over at the scene where, like, Star Platinum uses Starfinger for full immersion.
Garfield 40th anniversary art book drawing.
That'd be weird. There's just, like, Hirohiko Araki drawings out there of Garfield.
Yeah. Lady Jotaro. Some of these are funny.
What's funny about women?
No.
You almost said it.
I don't even know where to begin with that. God damn. All right, Jojo Expert. Time stop cheat in GeoGeo PS2. And then the Jojo PS2 E3 trailer. Pillarman concept art for HFTF.
Vriska voicing Jolene. Hold on. So, like, I know there's, like, one dub of Homestuck. Hold on. This might take a moment. Let me look this up.
Okay, so while you do that, I'll talk about the other stuff. Will Zappelli had no children error. I heard about this one today.
They changed it to say that Zappelli left behind his family instead.
Yeah, it was
I think we saw the same video.
He accidentally retconned it in part 2, and then Araki went back and like changed it, and then made a public apology saying adults are not meant to be liars. We too also make mistakes. Let's see. Censored Stronheim sketch. I can only imagine.
I'm trying to find a Alright, Vriska's in this thumbnail if she's not in the video.
Phantom Blood. Phantom Blood movie website redirects to porn.
Alright, I found something here.
Araki planned to end JoJo after Stardust Crusaders. I'm not gonna lie, the way they end the anime, that would have been shit. I would have been very mad.
Jolene Wait, who dies after Stardust?
No, they're saying Araki planned to end the series at Stardust Crusaders, and I'm saying that I would have been upset if that happened.
Well, I mean,
just the way the anime is.
I mean, you're not wrong, but Dio does die at the end of part 3.
Yeah.
And ever since then, people have made the meme of like, yeah, Dio's in every part, bro. Which is like such a newbie meme because like he's not.
I remember hearing that meme and it made me think that like he wasn't gonna die in part 3. Like, he was just gonna come back somehow. Then when you told me no, in part 4, the connection he has to part 4 is just the arrow, and then the connection he has to part 5 is the main character, and then the connection to part 6 is his gay boyfriend. And I was like, really? That's it? And you were like, yeah. So I was like, goddamn. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh wait, that's further down. I don't want to read that. Anne was meant to join the Stardust Crusaders group.
Hold on, I need silence. I want to show something on stream to see if this matches up. Alright.
The Scourge sisters are back in action.
I don't know. Hold on. I'll link you the videos I found.
What is this?
There's the entry on here that says Vriska voicing Jolene. Like, so I was like, alright, let me find a Homestuck dub. And then let me find, like, clips of Jolene. I don't think it matches. Either that or this is, like, something different.
AC/DC was the main villain of the series in the first Jump game. Really? AC/DC?
I mean, he is the first one to go after the Redstone of Asia before the others.
That's true. He's the oldest out of the 3. Well, out of the 4.
Oh yeah, that's right, there's 4.
That's not on here. At the very top of the list, 4 Pillarmen. Sam Raimi Playboy interview. Why is that on here? What the fuck? The creator of the Spider-Man movies is on this. What the fuck?
Are you still on
Alright.
Jojo Expert, or are you
No, I went down one to
Jojolier?
Jojolier. This is Araki had an interview with Sam Raimi in a Playboy magazine after Spider-Man 2 released. Sam Raimi says the original comics are also a romance story for men. American boys are shy to read plain love stories. What about in Japan? And Araki says, I liked such books since I was a kid. Rather than seeing a happy ending, Japanese people like it when they're torn apart by fate. So it's nice that even Spider-Man has the feeling of wanting to cry. Love is painful. Do you convey that happiness? Do you convey that to your readers through your work, Araki? I've had many painful experiences in real life too, haha. So you're a love expert, haha. This was in a Japanese Playboy issue, July 27th, 2003.
I forgot to play the music again.
Uh-oh.
Ron Diavolo's theme from All-Star Battle.
Every copy of George Joestar is personalized.
What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
You're welcome. And it's George spelled with a J.
I think that...
If this isn't a meme, I'm gonna... Okay. Every copy of JoJo's is person. And it's an iceberg in itself. It's another iceberg. Quickly go over this. It says Phantom Blood, Battle Tendency, Speedwagon Best Girl, Kono Dioda, Two Identical Rocks equals Humor, Stardust Crusaders.
I think
And then the
George
second-
Joestar was a... I think it's like a non-canon spin-off of, like, not George from part 1, but like part 0, I guess. It's like his father, I think. Because like every other grandfather was named George or something, right?
Maybe, I'm not sure. Smokey is a descendant of Paco. Who was Paco again?
Poco?
Yeah.
No, wait. Where is it? Playable, Stone Ocean, Iraqi's full of people.
Well, no, it's I looked up the what like every copy of George Joestar is personalized, and it led me to another iceberg.
Well, we're on this iceberg, so...
Yeah, and I'm just figuring like cover every base. This is what it. It's saying Smokey is a descendant of Paco. Joseph was actually using Hermit Purple in part 2. Jotaro was secretly gay. Making George Joestar jokes but not actually reading it. Poochie and Dio fucked, haha. Poochie wasn't evil. Steel Ball Run. Colored manga accidentally putting Dio in direct sunlight.
Yeah, that's a part 6.
Anazui originally supposed to be female. We already talked about that. Anazui was using Diver Down to make himself look female in order to thirst over Jolene.
What? I don't think that's why... I thought it was just a disguise. That's a bit of a stretch.
Hot Pants wasn't a villain.
Yeah. And
Gyro
she ends
and
up helping them, but like...
Gyro and Johnny were gay.
Brokeback Mountains?
Pillar Men were using stands. Foo Fighters had a soul. Out of context, that sounds interesting.
Well, I mean,
Jojolian.
she has a stand. So, yeah.
Eyes of Heaven chronologically takes place before Phantom Blood even starts.
Hot
Hot
Pants
Pants.
actually was a man. I don't know.
Gyro jokes aren't supposed to make sense in universe either. They're only funny breaking the fourth wall for Japanese readers. Johnny was the villain with Part 7. Funny Valentine had redeemable qualities. Purple Haze feedback and Dead Man's question.
You know, that entry about Gyro kind of makes sense, because, like, Gyro's just, like, generally, like, an obscene asshole. But sometimes, even when he tries to be funny, even when he, like, tries to make jokes or be funny, it's like, Gyro, what the fuck are you talking about?
The Part 6 ending actually takes place in the Steel Ball Run universe. Planet Waves is actually named Earth, Wind, and Fire. Damamaki is sexy, and then George Joestar is canon.
George Joestar. Planet Waves. Yeah, I feel like they. So Earth, Wind, and Fire was a stand, but then like they. I think what ended up happening is like there's a character from Part 2, maybe like one of the vampires who's already named Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, maybe. Alright, back to the original.
Hold on. I think I'm probably gonna take a bit of a break. You can take over the stream, I don't care.
Alright, let's see.
I'm going to pull up the original Iceberg again, but I'm...
All of Araki's assistants drew porn.
Believable?
Okay. The spike on Josuke's hair was inspired by 1989 Batman.
Cool. Alright, I'm leaving.
Right.
I have it up on the stream, so just read the rest if you want. Do your own research, then link me stuff and I can show it later.
Alright, let's see. Where do we start with this? Oh my god. Araki's former pupil taught the author of My Hero Academia. No wonder he's the former pupil. Stone Ocean 2003 calendar. What the hell is that? Oh. That's pretty scandalous. That's definitely a crotch shot, I'll tell you that. Koichi's luggage and Geo PS2. A lot of these are just whatever. Steel Ball Run wasn't a JoJo part until it moved to Ultra Jump. I guess, like, they convinced him to make it JoJo. Aya Sajui in Pitter Patter Pop. Dio in Battle Tendency. Okay. Please explain to me how. Okay, so all I'm finding is, what if Dio woke up 50 years early? And it says cars would eat him, he would be a regular vampire since Enya wouldn't have stand arrows to give him the power of the world, and Joseph would probably beat him given how he was able to defeat Straits. The Pillarmen find him or eat him, Speedwagon Foundation and or the Nazis will hunt him down and give him a face full of UV light. Dio would try to get the Redstone before the Pillarmen and would constantly cross paths with Joseph and Caesar. That sounds believable if they did that. And then this other one, he'd most likely find the stand arrows just like he does in Part 3, and the Joestar living members would get stands, but there wouldn't be anyone strong enough to fight Dio. George Jr. is dead at this point. Lisa and Arena wouldn't get stands because they're married into the Joestar family. All that would be left to fight Dio would be Joseph and his weird vines. And having to fight the Pillarmen on top of that is kind of a recipe for defeat. I think the Joestar family would have ended with Joseph, and most likely Kars and Dio would fight it out on who gets to rule the world. Who wins would depend on if Dio got Joseph's blood, and if Kars became the ultimate being. Damn. He's not, no. He's not in battle tendency. And if he is, it's the whole, like, yes, he's in the bottom of the ocean. Alright. I think I'm done for now. I think... I can't exactly control the stream from this end. All I can really do is just vibe with you guys. Maybe I'll be quiet. I don't fucking know.
Hello.
Hello. So, one that I spoke to the stream about that I figure I'd bring up now. It was a fun joke I made about it, but Araki's former pupil taught the author of My Hero Academia, and I said
Academia.
no. And I said no wonder he's a former pupil.
Oh, that's a funny joke.
It is a very funny Jojo. And then another one that I found was pretty interesting was Steel Ball Run wasn't a Jojo part until it moved to Ultra Jump.
Yeah. It used to be just called Steel Ball Run.
Yeah, and then
But then they were like, yeah, there's still like stands and stuff in it.
it's like Araki. It's like that fucking Jimmy Giovanni machine where he's like, this is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or like this is Steel Ball Run. Like Shane, Araki.
This is the seventh time you've shown us JoJo.
Score. And this one just says like Dio and Battle Tendency and everything. I'm like, there's no way. It's like, is that a joke? Like, he's at the bottom of the ocean. Like,
Live Dio reaction from Battle Tendency.
it's just like a picture of him, like an open water.
Yeah. Hold up. Let me see if I can find... Wait, shit. The music stopped. Go back.
Kano's sisters keep their JoJo merch in $9,000 Louis Vuitton cases. Alright. The editors have no influence over the series.
I think that's trying to, like, debunk what people... the fan theories people come up with. Like, yeah, the editors are, like, holding Araki hostage.
No. If anything, Araki's holding everyone hostage. There are 300 plus unused Speedwagon narration lines in Eyes of Heaven. Araki has a Barbie doll collection. Shonen Jump August 2005 was the first preview of Part 3, had English sound effects. The project name for Eyes of Heaven was ASB2. Araki wrote an alternate ending for Phantom Blood's PS. Probably one word. Valshi voicing Hot Pants. Who's Valshi?
Not sure.
Oh, it's a Japanese singer. Hot Pants' cleavage.
I wonder if it's
why
a
is it
gag
so
that they
far
put it
down?
this far down there.
Is the joke that, like, you can't see Hot Pants' cleavage?
Yeah, I guess they put it on there, like, yeah, go looking, Sims. Haha. I mean, there is Rule 34, but given that there's no anime yet, I'm not sure if there's too much of it.
Oh my god. Kira Gore porn magazine interview. Lucy in the Sky with Dimus.
Didn't we look this up the other night?
Yeah, I think so. Araki greenlit the pilot for Naruto. Part 1 and 7 were colored scans were made during the Phantom Blood movie. Rohan's cameo in HFTF manual. Belladonna Pucci. Yahoo Phantom Blood movie trailer. Obtaining Man X in Stardust Shooters.
This meme is taking me way long to make. Way too long.
I think that's all that are interesting to look at from here. I don't know. What did you think of this? It's very detailed.
This is definitely like a promising iceberg, but yeah, a lot of this just seems like, oh, what about this publication from this one magazine? Where like, this doesn't like, this doesn't shed too many theories on the series itself. This is more just like, if you want your, this would be like better for like a Gorilla's Iceberg or something, because like the Gorillas would be more suited to like, what's the most obscure piece of media you can find about the Gorillas, whereas like this is like, not too much of this affects the story, and it's just like random like magazine publications and like, oh yeah, this voice actor was like secretly did this. I finished making this meme, and now I shall save it.
He shall save it. I'm going to your Twitch.
No. No spoilers.
What do you mean no spoilers?
You can't look at the meme on Twitch
Yes,
before I
can.
post it to you.
Yes,
No,
I
it's
can.
illegal. I'll ban you. I'll ban your fucking ass.
Joke's on
You
I'm
little
not even logged in. I'm not even logged in. You banned me. I don't see anything. It's just the Kira wallpaper. Did
Yeah.
you just end the stream?
No.
Oh, no. Live Dio in battle action. You're making the battle 10 minutes. That's good. That's really good. I'm going to steal this and post it to Reddit.
You fucking asshole, don't you dare.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I'm doing it! I'm doing it! Is that what it's called?
Post Crusaders. To ship Post Crusaders, I go.
At least link it to me, because like it'll be 10 times funnier if you do and you just send me a link like, hey bro.
What do you want me to say about it?
I don't, just like post it. Or is like text required for you to post images?
A title is required. I'm gonna tag spoiler. Anime part 2. Anime manga part 2. Is manga part 2 on here? No. Yeah, this one's fine. Okay. Anime part 2. Reply. Send me reply notifications. What should I call it? Do like guys Dios in part 2.
Guys, Dio's in part 2. You're gonna get like 15 upvotes.
Okay, I did it.
You're going to get 15 upvotes, and then you're going to die horribly.
I put a swear tag on it too, so people have to go out of their way to look.
If anything, they'll probably end up like not clicking on it, thinking like it's an actual spoiler. You never know.
I'm waiting. I now wait for Carp. I now wait for Carp.
There it's on stream for everybody to see.
I just got okay, buddy. Just gave me a thing where it's like reasons why Junpei from Person 3 can beat Goku. I'll screen share this one.
I'm wondering, should we go on break or should we move on to like the next JoJo thing?
I'm getting kind of tired if I'm being honest.
Oh,
I've had a long day.
all right then. I guess we'll end the stream. This is gonna suck as a VOD, because like somebody's gonna see this thinking like, oh cool, these people like did some coverage. These people are covering more JoJo theories for the Iceberg, but then it's literally gonna be like the messiest fashion possible.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be like
fine.
us giving listener. I guess this was just us hanging out anyways, but like, especially because like we weren't even like 2 tiers down, and I started getting like really mean spirited towards like Hot Topic merch. Of all things.
Yeah, I got bored of it like really quickly, and that's why I was made for like.
All right, where's the juicy stuff?
Live Dio in Battle Tendency reaction. God damn.
Next time with JoJo, we gotta
Wait,
we gotta
can
read the
make our
next
own-
chapters of the Google translated scans.
Oh yeah, that one. We stopped.
We stopped at the end of Volume 1.
Okay.
I think we'll read part Volume 2 up until we see like the mansion burned down. Then we'll skip to like the end on the boat.
So far,
I'm not
20
sure.
people have seen this picture already.
Let me see. Well, I'm one of them,
38.
so.
Upvote rate 100%, but it's only one upvote, and that's the one that you know usually. Dude, what if it becomes a hot post, dude? It's like, oh, my phone buzzing. Oh yeah, I already showed you the crossless title screen.
Yeah.
Do you wanna see the? Did I show you the game over sprite?
Yeah, you showed me the. It's like, wow, so disappointing. Or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's like, so how disappointing. Yeah, I wanted to keep the theme of the whole like the TV static, like a TV turning on, turning off kind of thing. So like the battle transition is like a TV turning off and then cutting to the battle. And in the game over sprite, you can see it. Also, I'm thinking of making the backgrounds like that too. But yeah, this is I have to have that done and uploaded to itch and everything before next Wednesday.